that is true, because you see, uh, my field of human right is not only 1984 carnage cases. Apart from that, I had done a lot of work for the child rights, for the missing children, against the trafficking of girls and child labor. I mean, if you see the citation for the Padma Shri Award, that mentions that also. And in fact, on that day, when the Padma Shri Award was being given, I told Home Minister at that time, Mr. Rajnath Singh was Home Minister at that time. I say very few lawyers have been given a Padma Shri Award till now. And most of the lawyers who have been given, they are almost all from the corporate side and big corporate lawyers. I say this is the first time that you have given Padma Shri to a human rights lawyer. And that is who deserve more, and you should give more to those people who work for the downtrodden, not only to those who are the big lawyer who work for the big industrialist. So he acknowledged it. He said, yes, you are right. So now this is keeping in view the overall human rights work what I have done. I believe, because as the citation also says, so I believe that is the reason for awarding this. The progress is hard. This is nothing. Hardly there's been much progress if we see. The only thing is that one big fish, that is Sajjan Kumar, and along with him one ex-MLA and one ex-councillor. So they were given the life imprisonment, and now Sajjan Kumar is in jail, and the ex-MLA who were given life imprisonment along with him, he died in the jail. And this ex-councillor, he's also in the jail along with him. So that's a very, very, you see, small, minuscule, if we call it success. Otherwise, in Delhi only, according to the official figure, 3,000 Sikhs were killed. An official figure is much higher than that. And there were many political leaders whose name came up, and the victims said so. So the civil society also named them, but unfortunately, I mean, all of them, they enjoyed the power even after that. Kamal Nath, till now he was the chief minister. Jagdish Traitor has been minister many times even after that. So like that, all of them have enjoyed power. So it's only in one case that we have been able to succeed and in securing the punishment for these people. It was genocide. In fact, if you see the judgment of Justice Muralidhar in convicting Sajjan Kumar, and he has also said it's a genocide, and it was a genocide. I mean, all traits of genocide this has, and the whole government machinery, they were helping the mobs to kill the Sikhs, and all the government organs, maybe whatever position, whatever department of the government, they all were helping the mob, the rebels to kill the Sikhs. So this was a genocide, clearly a case of genocide. When Rajnath Singh was Home Minister, he not only once, 2, 3 times he called it a genocide. But unfortunately, I tell you, Rajnath Singh, Home Minister, called it a genocide. But subsequently, after that, when Mr. Puri, Hardeep Singh Puri, when he tweeted a tweet calling it a genocide, then some of the Indian foreign missions objected to it. So that's very unfortunate. That is now in this NDA government. When the Home Minister calling genocide, and when another minister is also tweeting it as a genocide, then Indian missions are objecting to it. So that's unfortunate. So you are right, in fact, this should be officially declared, and it should be officially recognized as a genocide. That's what needs to be done. Soon after the the occurrence after this massacre or genocide, human rights groups came up with the reports. The government, that time it was the Congress government, the government was trying to whitewash everything. They were trying to say nothing has happened. So it is the human rights groups which came out with the reports. The first report which came, who are the guilty, that was more popular as the Black Book. In that, the names of the political leaders were mentioned, whom these victims in the relief camps, the victims were still in relief camp. Because this report came in the last week of November 84 itself. Right. And so this was given by the PUDR and PUCF. It mentioned the names of leaders of those days. Delhi didn't have assembly. Delhi had a metropolitan council, so the members of metropolitan council were called councillors. So this report mentioned the name of MPs, ministers, councillors, other leaders also. So there are many. Like to start with, those days, Bhagat was a very powerful leader of Congress in Delhi. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Sajjan Titer were much smaller that time. Bhagat was at a very high level. He was also minister at that time. So name of HKL Bhagat was mentioned. Name of the Congress then MP Dharmendra Shastri was mentioned in that. The name of Jagdish Titer was mentioned. Sajjan Kumar was mentioned in that, and even the Kamalnath name was mentioned in that. So these all names, apart from the councillors, that various councillors. It is not only on the basis of that report we are saying. Mm-hmm. After that, when the commissions were appointed, before these commissions and committees, in all commissions and committees, victims came and gave their affidavits, gave their statements, naming these very people. This was a well-hatched conspiracy. This conspiracy plan was that police was told not to intervene at all when the Sikhs are being killed. And police was told to intervene only at those places where the Sikhs are trying to defend themselves. Mm-hmm. And so now the biggest example I tell you, the first attack in Delhi on any Sikh which took place was on President of India. On 31st October, President of India, who happened to be a Sikh, Gyani Jal Singh at that time, okay. He was out of country. He came back in the evening around 4:30, 5 o'clock. The president from the airport straightway drove to All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where the body of Mrs. Gandhi was lying. Hmm. And outside the Institute of Medical Sciences, his cavalcade was attacked. The window panes of president's own car were broken. President bodyguard, he was badly injured. So this is the state of the affair. Police was there, CRPF were there. They didn't intervene. They didn't arrest even a single person. Even a FIR has not been registered of that incident. Now you can imagine, attack on the president's car, and even a FIR is not registered. Now by that, these conspirators gave a very clear message. One message, that no Sikh is to be spared, whatsoever high position he may be holding. Second, to the police, that you will not interfere when the Sikhs are being killed. Third message was to the mob, that you will not be stopped or touched. You have a total free hand, and even if the police is not stopping you from attacking the President of India, then of course the other Sikhs, when you attack them, the police will not interfere, police will not say you anything. You have total free hand. You can kill any Sikh. On 31st night in Ajadpur area, the SHO was a Sikh, Mr. Lakhbir Singh, and the ACP was also a Sikh, Keval Singh. When the mob attacked, they dispersed the mob and they sent a wireless message to give them the order to open fire and to shoot at sight. So they didn't get any order. They sent another message, they sent a third message. So this is all official record which came before the commission. Correct. Government appointed commission. after they sent the third message, they got a reply back that you hand over the charge to so and so person. So that SHO and ACP both was relieved of their charge, and charge was handed over to another officer, and then the massacre continued. So this is the way this was organized, number one. Number two, police had the instruction that wherever Sikhs are being killed, you will not interfere. But if at any place the Sikh try to defend himself or his family, then you will go. So this is what happened throughout Delhi. According to official figures, 3,000 Sikhs are killed. Now, if they had known it, that the police is not there to protect them, then they would have gone down fighting. Not like this. Now, but unfortunately, at each and every place, the police went ahead of the mob, taken away the arms of the Sikhs by giving them the assurance that we are here to protect you, you please surrender your arms, and them left them pray and sent them off. Like in Tarokpuri area. In Tarokpuri, the Sikhs gathered outside the Gurdwara, and there was a huge mob, and the mob could not even come near them. The mob was so scared. The police reached there, they seized the arms of the Sikhs, and they told them, we are here, you please go inside. They sent them to their houses, and after that sent the mob. The Sikhs were they already had dispersed. They were sitting inside their houses. So the mob went and killed 400 Sikhs in those two blocks, block 30 and block 32. Same thing happened in the adjoining Kalyanpuri area. When the mob attacked, there the Sikhs had the licensed weapons. The Sikhs started firing from their licensed guns. One person in the mob died. That mob was led by the Congress council, local council of that area. There was a hue and cry. DCP of East Delhi himself reached there. 2 truckloads of the police went, and they arrested 25 Sikhs from their houses. Look at this. The Sikhs were arrested from their houses. That how they have dared to defend themselves. Their arms were seized, they were arrested, they were taken away. After that, the mob was given the free hand. 200 Sikhs are killed there. And at night, all the ladies were made to sit in a park, and these goons used to come with torches and with the lanterns and pick up any girl whomsoever they like. So this was the kind, and this was the state of the affair. In East Delhi, according to official figure, only in East Delhi district, 1,200 Sikhs are killed on 1st and 2nd November. And police arrested total 26 persons. Total police arrested 26 persons. And all 26 were Sikhs. All of them, they were Sikhs. Not even a single non-Sikh person from the mob was arrested by them. So police job was only to go and disarm the Sikhs. Wherever a Sikh is opening a fire, or wherever a Sikh is trying to defend himself, go and disarm him and hand him over to the mob. The same thing happened in Patel Nagar area. One, the hero of 1971 war. This was Mohanveer Singh, Air Force officer. He was Air Commander Mohanveer Singh Tarwar. He was a Mahavir Chakra winner. Mahavir Chakra winner. His house was attacked. He started firing from his house. He kept the mob away for many hours, for 3-4 hours. The mob could not go to his house. After that, the police reached there in big, huge number. 2 truckloads of CRPF, 2 truckloads of police, commissioner of police, additional commissioner of police, DCP of police, all of them reached there on the spot. And what they do after reaching there, they arrest Mr. Talwar. And they sent him in the jail. And he spent few months in the jail. Not even a single person from the mob was arrested. When the SHO came for before Nanavati Commission, so I asked SHO that the mob was there when you arrested Mr. Talwar. He said yes. I said, did you arrest anybody from the mob? He said no. I said, why not? He said, we were outnumbered. So this is the state of affairs. 2 truckloads of CRPF, 2 truckloads of police, and with all of them, when they were outnumbered, but that only single one officer were keeping the mob away. If they had left him alone, not even touched him, he was capable of fighting with the mob all alone. This is the state of the affair. This is what the police were doing. So even the right to defend was taken away from the Sikhs. No, that is right. What is the more evidence is required than this? That the police is totally not only colluding, the police was actually part of the mob. The police was very much part of the mob. Police was very much responsible for killing the Sikhs along with the mob. So this evidence, whatever I am telling you, I am not just talking in the air. This all is legal evidence. This is from the proceedings of the commission, Nanavati Commission, and other commission and committees. And so this all the details along with the documents I have mentioned in my book, When a Tree Shook Delhi.
Correct.
All these facts are mentioned along with the details of the documents. When this is the official records also show this, not only the affidavit of the victims. The president was totally silent. Nobody was listening to president. But the president should not have been a mute spectator. The president could have acted on his own. The president had his own 800. The president bodyguard squad. He could have at least saved some of the Sikhs, but even president got scared. He also he didn't do anything at all. The Home Minister, in fact, we have also brought evidence. The Home Minister was totally sidelined that time. Okay. All the orders coming from Prime Minister's office directly, and the Home Minister wanted to call the army. This was on the 1st November morning itself. Mr. Shanti Bhushan. He is the former law minister. He was law minister during Morarji Desai time, senior advocate Mr. Shanti Bhushan. So he went to the Home Minister on 1st November morning, and he asked Home Minister to call the army. Home Minister picked up the phone, Rex phone, which is the direct line between the ministers. So, and he was telling that person on the other side to call the army.
Correct.
But he didn't succeed in convincing. Home Minister wanted to call the army, but he was totally sidelined. The army was not called. Truth and Reconciliation Commission, whenever it is appointed, it is normally that the people who then no criminal action is taken. It is only with a view to find out the truth. So now, till now, the action was being taken against the culprits. Yes, now the time has come when the Truth and Reconciliation Commission should be appointed, and anyone whosoever knows the truth, he comes and gives the truth, and he should be given the protection that action will not be taken against him. But those people who does not come forward and does not give the truth, action should be taken against them. Now it is the time now when the Truth and Reconciliation Commission can be appointed. I have been working it under the Indian framework of law, and I have been trying to prove here that in India nobody is above law here. Anyone whosoever commits heinous crimes in this country, and he will be dealt with one day or the other. He will be dealt sternly with the law, and law will catch up. So this is what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to work in the framework of Indian law. Other cases which are still pending, there are some other cases which are pending against Sajjan Kumar, some more cases. There are cases pending against deceased writer, and also there's a demand of registering the cases against Kamalnath. The case is very strong, but unfortunately, that case has not been registered yet. So that is what need to be done, and these people should be prosecuted.